What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical, and I just wanted to do a real quick video because in the last 48 hours or so, because of the death of that teen at the hands of that other teen at that school, at that track meetup, which two students got into it from two different schools and one got stabbed, and it's fucking terrible. And that is my stance. It is fucking terrible. You should not pull out a knife and stab somebody in a fight. I don't care if you're winning. I don't care if you're losing. You shouldn't even have a knife on you in the first place. Men used to be able to scrap and go home and grow and call it a day. Live to see another day. Again, I am not running defense for a person who stabs somebody in the heart. I'm not doing any of that. All that I have been doing and saying is you guys are sitting here and you are blaming the 1 out of 22. So this is a number that a lot of these bot burner parody accounts bring up. They'll say 1 out of every 22 black is a criminal. But the thing is, they can't describe what a black is. They don't know what a black is. So when they're talking about blacks, they're thinking of every single person that is dark skinned around the globe. When they sit there and talk about blacks, they talk about people in Africa. I've never been to no goddamn Africa. I'm not African. So how can they be black? They're talking about people in London, Africans that came to London. They're talking about people in Brazil. They're talking about all of these people and they're putting them all together. And this just makes up black. Jamaicans, Somalians, Haitians, Trinidadians, Ghanans, all of these fucking groups. And they just say, yep, this is all black. This is all black. And again, Afro Americans are native to America. We are American. We have no ties to Africa because Africa decided to sell us, just like how they got white slaves, America got black slaves. Anyway, so I've been saying my piece on Twitter because what I'm seeing happening right now on Twitter is you have all of these fucking bot race baiting accounts pushing hate, unfiltered, just pushing hate. All of these accounts are just having mask off moments because of this tragedy that has fucking happened. Straight and mind you, they're having these mask off moments being led by these fucking bot accounts, but the problem is these are verified fucking accounts that are following them, having their mask off moments showing who they truly are. A lot of them are supposedly conservatives, a lot of them are supposedly MAGA supporters, a lot of them are supposedly Christ followers. All because some fucking terrible tragedy happened. Now, again, I am not running defense for what the fuck happened in that situation. But what conversation can we have? Because when I said what I said, listen, harsher crime sentencing, and if it's a violent crime, if the parents decide and it's an open and closed case, if the parents decide for the death penalty, then so be it. That'll fix up all the communities across the board. We can't talk about that. I'm deflecting. I literally gave you a fucking solution and I'm deflecting. You know why they say I'm deflecting? Because many of them, led by these fucking bot and parody and burner accounts, are being told to go for a race. They're literally saying they want a race war. That's what they're saying. I know that they're talking shit, but there's always going to be some fucking idiot out there that's going to do it. That's going to try to start some shit. Probably shoot up someplace. Probably end up shooting each other. See, the funny thing is, when you get told by people, oh, you commit, what is it? Again, it's 1 out of 22 blacks. And it's crazy that I know all these numbers now because I wasn't paying attention to these numbers before. It's 1 out of every 22 blacks that are criminals. It's 1 out of 100. It's 1 out of 450 whites that are criminals. And when you look at that, you go, damn, that's a crazy fucking number, right? So the whites are sitting there right now, all these right wing accounts. And mind you, the craziest thing, it's not even left wing accounts. It's right wing accounts following these fucking anarchist ass accounts that just want to see the world burn. Because that's what they do. They just want to see the world burn. And the thing that's so crazy is you sit there, you go, damn, right? But let's be real here. If you was offered $1,000, but you had to shoot yourself with a gun that had 22 I don't know, fucking chambers or whatever like that, but there's only one bullet, but there's 22 slots for the bullet. And you say you got to shoot yourself in the foot. One time, you get $1,000. Many people would take that. I personally have never attacked a white person in a hate crime. I fought a white person before, but I don't have no hate in my heart against white people. I know there's black people that do, but the people in the company that I keep could give a shit less about white people. They don't even give a shit about black people. None of the people in my company are criminals. We're not fucking criminals. We're not just all walking around gangbangers, rapists, murderers, which, by the way, fun fact, when it comes down to murder, yes, blacks are the highest rate of murders amongst each other. But when it comes down to pedophilia, sexual offenders, all of this shit, that's the whites. Which is hilarious because I don't think sexual predators actually belongs to the title for whites. They won't say the ones who are doing the inbreeding because they don't report that the certain communities that they let into their lands who are marrying their first cousins because it's their religion, their ideology, their doctrine. They don't report those. So you know what? I guess you're taking the L for the day, whites. You're gonna continue to be the pedophiles of society because you won't realistically report the proper statistics, and you're letting people inbreed on your fucking land. Crazy. But the thing that's so fucking crazy to me is you will go, damn, well, it's per capita, right? So even though there's less blacks, they commit way more crimes. And this is absolutely true. I don't refute that. Again, one out of every 22 blacks, out of all of these fucking groups that they put together, are criminals. I'm not going to say whether that's true or not. I don't give a fuck. So that's 3%. That's just a little bit above 3%, just a little bit under 3%. Less than the amount of trans people in the world, actual trans people in the world. Okay. And it's one out of 450 white people that are criminals. Guess what, though? Asians, it's one in 1,350. Asians are 3 times less likely to commit a crime than a white person. I'll say it better for you. White people are 3 times more likely to commit a crime than Asians. There's way more Asians. Why can't we play the per capita game now? We don't want to play that. Nobody wants to sit there and talk about that. I'm wrong for doing that. You turned me into a fucking number where you literally sat there and said 1 out of 22, meaning we're all trash. Okay, well, I trust the Asians more than I trust whites. Come on, we going together. We're gonna go up together. We're both trash fucking racists. Let's go. What's the problem? Get them numbers up. They don't want to hear that because a lot of these people actually harbor actual hate. And this is sad because I always thought, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it was unbalanced when it came down to the hate between blacks and whites. I thought you just had a lot of black people that didn't like white people because that's what they were taught, that's what their family kind of taught them. Their friends, it was the funny thing to make fun of white people type shit. A lot of those people just never had a white friend. That's just the truth. How could they? Look at where they live. Look at where they're forced to live. They don't get the opportunities that they probably wish that they could have. Doesn't mean they hate them. They haven't had anybody in their life like that. And yet the funniest thing is, what do black people do when they get ahead in life? What do all of these athletes, what do all of these black athletes do when they get ahead in life and they want a real relationship? What's his name? P and Kel, the motherfucker that does the horror movies, who sits there and is all pro black movies, married a white wife. But you sit there and you tell me my people are incompatible. It's down to my chromosomes. So this person says, my timeline is full of blacks justifying murder as an appropriate response to a disagreement about who gets to sit where. It's not possible to share a society with people who think and act like this. Now listen, again, I am not running fucking defense for any of this. It's stupid and it's fucking terrible. Sometimes young boys need to fight. No one needs to fucking die. Are we clear? Do I gotta keep saying this? Because people keep sitting there and saying I'm running defense because all I'm fucking doing is putting out facts. What else do you want me to do? Do you want me to fall upon my own fucking spine and grovel about some shit that I have never done, will never do, to the best of my fucking ability? And I'm not like somebody sat there and said, oh, you're a needle in a haystack. No, 1 out of 22. Meaning, blacks are not just going around doing all of this bullshit. And again, if you really wanted to fix the fucking problem, which they don't really want to fix the problem. If you really wanted to fix the problem, you would pass harsher bills. But you won't do it. Across the board. Across the board. Taking somebody's life, all right? You sit there, you say that you're so fucking worried about the black community, X, Y, and Z. Okay, you want to really help the black community? You don't toss money to the goddamn, hold on. You don't toss fucking money to the black community. You want to help the black community? Keep the black family together. Stop letting these fucking these black mothers raise these fucking struggle babies and put all these guys on child support and force these guys out of these children's lives. But as long as they're taking in money, which wait, you know what? That's actually kind of crazy because it's not a black problem. It's not only a black problem, but black people are affected more because they don't got the resources. Because we've already seen when it came down to what's his face, Elon Musk, he has the most expensive prostitute in history. Look at that girl that we just covered the video with, where she says her and her husband earn 6 figures. And she got 4 kids and works a full-time job, but he's not doing his part. Again, there's a lot of fucking things, but if you wanna have some dramatic change, like if you really want to do, get these fucking monsters off the streets. But you won't do that. Instead, you want to sit there and you guys want to cry about a goddamn race war. Meanwhile, your fucking politicians are passing laws to bring the actual enemies into our lands, where we're giving away money to all of these fucking places that don't deserve it instead of our own people. But you want to sit there and with selective outrage be mad about a fucking a murder, a terrible fuck again tragedy, but it's selective because where was all of this rage when that illegal, when not that illegal, them illegals was running into fucking school buses with driving illegal cars and being let go. There was an illegal who ran into a school bus. He killed 3 children and 2 adults, or 2 adults and or 3 adults and 2 children. And you had the white father sit there and go, "Oh, I wish it was a 60-year-old white guy that killed my son." And I know you probably don't believe I would say that. And he's with his wife. His wife is like, yeah, like she's supportive of him saying this. And he's like, because then the hate groups won't have something to lean on. Where was your outrage then? Where was your outrage when you have these people trying to make their own goddamn city in Texas? Right wing accounts, MAGA accounts, conservatives, fucking crickets. Anyway, it's not possible to share society with people who think and act like this. Now, again, I've seen black people or black accounts say, oh, he reached into his book bag and it is what it is. And I think that, again, that is fucking broken ass thinking. But here's the deal: Twitter's not a real fucking place, right? Twitter's not a real fucking place. You're going to run into the worst types of people online because they're online. They're going to do this. The problem is, white people, you're so fucking stupid. You're going to go on Twitter. You're going to see all of these accounts pushing actual racist hate. And you're going to take that shit in. You're going to put that in the real world. You're actually going to do that. I know you guys are. And that's the saddest thing about it. So they said this and they have 7.7 thousand likes. 750 retweets. And I said to them, strange, my timeline has nothing but whites, pro-Trump Elon MAGA accounts wanting a race war. Funny that. I think past that, I can think past that and I see what's really happening here. Coming from your blanket conclusion for less than 3% of the young black population that's already inflated, because again, they're putting all groups of people who, just because they have darker skin, they're saying that they're black. And they're sitting there saying all blacks are bad. Again, that's already inflated wrongly. It's not a skin color thing. Come, walk with me. So I put up a little bit of pictures of in the last 2 days of just a few of the things that I've come across. And the saddest thing about it, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I've seen probably 30 something pages of Christians, of right wing people trying to be sensible in the way that they speak or the way that they're talking or the way that they're going forward with things. And I've seen at least 800 fucking hate accounts mixed between, and they're not all burner troll accounts. These are actual accounts that has existed since 2016 type shit, 2014 type shit, I believe, verified, talking about can we deport them? Can we deport the Black's Nest? I will say this, and it's as clear as daylight. We cannot live together, never could. I mean, never did, never could. It will be this way until the end of time, as if it was in the beginning of time. Do people really think we are different by accident? No, it was by designed by the great creator. We are different. They're using God to justify their hate war, which is hilarious to me because them fucking radical Islamists are still encroaching on your land. Y'all sitting here talking about y'all using, if there was ever a time for a fucking crusade or some shit like this, and I'm not saying violence, but I'm saying actual Christians coming together to stop an evil on your land before we end up looking like Islam. I mean, before we end up looking like, I said Islam and I'm thinking of London. Crazy, right? Before we end up looking like fucking London, because that land is lost already. Our land is being taken right now. Look at this picture right here. Time to bring this back. A picture of a man in chains. They talk about slavery. I got a picture of a black man biting the curb and talk about this is what you need to do to your local nigger. Verified account at that. Look at this. Daughter of Christ, the king wife and mother to whatever. Don't give a fuck. Gorgeous white male 4.0 football star martyred by a complete loser from an inferior culture. They don't even know what the fuck black culture is because black culture is interwoven with regular American culture because we're American. You're talking about the subculture and every other fucking culture, every other race is guilty of digging their hands in that stupid ass subculture. If blacks disappeared today, that stupid ass subculture would still exist. It would be emulated by stupid whites. It would be emulated by stupid fucking Asians or whatever the fuck it is. South Koreans are sitting there dancing with their baggy. Again, there are positive parts to the subculture and there's a lot of negative parts to the subculture. If blacks all did, let's say blacks evaporated today, all Afro Americans with 5 or 4 generations in America just evaporated today, you will still find that culture out there because it's being pushed on the fucking youth. Did you think about that? When you got stupid ass people like Sexy Red and Cardi B and all these other fucking drill rappers and all, and mind you, and you know what the saddest thing about it is? You can sit there and make the argument that listening to that type of music doesn't make you violent, and I believe that. I absolutely believe that. Just like I believe playing video games don't make you violent either. But it has been told multiple times the producers purposely will pick up an artist who is pushing that type of music to push to the youth. What type of people they are, I don't know. You figure it out on your own. I don't know. 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 I'm not. Whatever. ESPN, EA Spaniel with the Jewish flag on the back. Oh shit, look at that. I done fucked up. I couldn't even hold it. Jewish flag in the back. Seems to me black is all you got. Imagine if you were not black. You'd be nothing. Not special even to the Democrats that farm you. I love it. I love it. White Ghost, a big parody account, and I love that this is what they do. They put parody in their names, and if you go on Twitter and just look at the shit that he puts up, dog, it's nonstop race baiting bullshit. I am so ready for this race war. 266 likes. Now, I need you guys to think about something. Ask yourselves this: how did Twitter go from consistently suppressing speech from the right to now allowing this type of shit coming out? And I said it already. It is because they are purposely using this as evidence to pin it against the right wing and Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And they're going to pin these stupid motherfuckers to the wall. I think Elon Musk is dumb as hell. I used to think he was smart. He's not smart. You want to know why? Because how the fuck are you smart? You had a baby with a fucking prostitute who had a background named Sex Laptop. I know either he sees this and he doesn't care, which is crazy, or his team purposely are setting him up. People, the remnants of the old team, are setting Elon Musk up or they're bought out. Because there's no way in hell all of these accounts that are pushing all of this fucking hate is going unfiltered and no irony. We have pages sitting there with talk about lynching blacks. We got pages there talk about deportations or bringing back slavery. Talk about violence. Here's the fun thing: you can't say nigger. You can't say nigger. If you say nigger, is the visibility is limited. This trend, it's not even a trend. It would have been a trend if it was left leaning. This fucking thing has been going on for almost 48 hours. 48 fucking hours. And again, there's no crackdown on it. I'm not saying suppress fucking anything. I'm saying, remember when they said if you say something that's kind of crazy, we're gonna limit your fucking thing? They're doing it on purpose. And these people are so fucking stupid, they don't even realize it. The right wing accounts that's following it, like the fucking sheep that they are, pushing towards violence was like for example, and I know that you're sitting there going, what right wing accounts are pushing towards violence or a right wing account? What right wing accounts are pushing violence that are MAGA? I haven't seen a MAGA account or what you have already, but you know what? I just got this message not even an hour ago. Let's make this a little bit bigger. It's only a small percentage is believed by those who earn enough to keep themselves in homogeneous neighborhoods. The rest of us know better. We live and move among them, and they don't mind accidentally running us over in parking lots or forcing us aside because they own public spaces. Listen to me. Listen to me. Oh, it's real. American conservative, saved by the grace of faith in Jesus Christ. MAGA Christ is king. We're not gonna make fun of autism. Listen, I'm black. I'm not fucking evil. All right. Mental disabilities is a serious issue. Mental debuffs are a serious issue. We don't make fun of that over here. But but all of these things, MAGA, Christ, I saved by the Christ, and then you sit there and say the we know better. We know better. All blacks are bad. Again, it's only a small percentage is believed by those who earn enough to keep them out of those neighborhoods. The rest of us know better. Saved by Christ, y'all. This is one of the biggest reasons why I'm not religious. It's shit like that because I used to go to church with my family growing up, and the devils I met was in the church. And so I replied with, "Oh, this is beautiful. Tell me." I said, "This is beautiful. Tell you what. You believe slavery was good. You believe slavery was a good thing, yes? You believe people who are lesser deserve to be treated as property." And I said this now, and now let me be honest here. I don't give a fuck about slavery because slavery was done all over the world. There was even black slave owners back in the day. But you gotta put the mirror up to these fucking people. You have to. And this person replied with, "Don't come with me with slavery BS. Like that isn't currently happening globally. Do you care about that? We don't try, convict, and punish people for crimes committed by others centuries ago. Stop with the deflection. Victim mentality is dangerous because it's being used to justify anything." And I replied with, "Oh, so because it's not happening now globally, it's okay?" The people that knew better sure were slave owners overwhelmingly. I'll even play your game. There were black slave owners, but it was a much smaller number to the ones that who knew better. Were those not crimes? Why MAGA Christ account? Why my MAGA Christ Finder account think it's okay to tell someone who has never done crimes or been violent towards whites have to listen to accounts like yours when you just shut down one of the worst parts of American history that your people in this land participated in? The right wing MAGA account, just like yours, all foaming at the mouth, talk about they want to bring back now. And I'm talking about slavery. They want to bring back slavery. Because you nor yours didn't take part the first time in it, we can't have that talk? See how that works? Not deflecting shit. I've already said my piece on this horrible crime. Should I whip myself now, massa? All I'm doing is holding a mirror while you're having a mask off moment and you can't stand it. I'm better than you. I don't judge whole groups of people for the action of so few. Saved through Christ, what a fucking joke. But you know better. And again, just put it just like this: 1 out of 22 blacks are criminals. Okay. 1 out of every 350 whites are criminals. Okay. Why the fuck would I need either? They're both trash. I want to go with 100, 1 out of 1,350. Why can't we do that? Oh, we can't have that talk. This is not whataboutism. This is just straight up something is much better than the other. Or is it because when somebody sits there and points out the fucking crazy shit that's coming out of these people's mouths, they don't like it? When you're sitting there and you're looking at these fucking these accounts ran by white people sitting there. Well, no, because we ran into the fucking Hodge twins. We ran into Jesse Lee Peterson or whatever the fuck his name is. Talking about I believe in segregation. You stupid motherfucker. You think that they're gonna stop at segregation? And that's how America falls. That is exactly how America falls. You want to know how America falls? Let me tell you how America's gonna fall. And the left is not gonna even have to raise a fucking hand. Because they're not raising a hand now. They're letting it all play out. They're letting it all play out. America's gonna fall because if you try to sit there and have a race war and you drag good people, good blacks, and of course I'm also bringing and not other people who aren't black, but they're black adjacent. So you're gonna talk to the Jamaicans, the Trinidadians, the ones that don't flee and go back to their homes, their homelands. Black Trinidadians, Haitians, Jamaican, Ghanans, all these other groups, and you're gonna force them into a race war. I hate to break it to you, I'm gonna have to be shooting at the whites with the blacks. I gotta protect my life, right? Now, granted, it's not gonna play out so well for the blacks. And the black adjacents. You know what? I'll give you that. I'm a man who brings common sense, but common sense isn't so common. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. The war is gonna start. It's gonna end in probably it ain't gonna even take more than probably 2 months or so, right? 2 months or so. And America's gonna get taken the fuck over and it's gonna fall because it's gonna fall physically and it's gonna fall spiritually because the idea of America is gonna be destroyed at that point, right? The idea of America is gonna be destroyed at that point, and the people who are using us all, and you people are too stupid to realize it, the elites, the powers that be, and no, it's not just the fucking Jews, are gonna make sure that another tragedy doesn't go to waste. Anyway, guys, I'm Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. Shit is getting real fucked up out here. I don't even know how to put it. I tell you one thing. I used to sit there and not call myself a conservative, even though I lean conservative. Fuck the conservative party, because y'all a bunch of fucking racists. That's just the truth. If you don't like it, you tell me not to blame all of y'all, sure. Don't blame me for the mistakes of fucking 3% of a group of people that y'all all put together. Makes no sense. See how that works? But no, seriously, I don't want to be, I don't want to even be associated with conservatism anymore because I've seen what it really looks like. And it's fucking terrible. Peace.